It's a barometer type game for both as they each enter tough stretches in their non-conference schedule before conference play ramps up. Alabama coming off of an 87-78 loss to Purdue on Friday night. Grant Nelson gets a paint touch and lobs it outside. LeBaron Philon gets into the paint and with the left can't finish. And it's pulled down by the Illini. 3-0 on the season. They went 14-6 in conference play last year, coming off of a slugfest against Oakland, 166-54 Wednesday night. Denham Rickhouse is one of the great stories in college basketball from Evansville before that NAIA. You mentioned Yakachonis, and he gets him off a quick start with the three.
Tom, he's all of 6'5" at that point guard spot, maybe even 6'6", so he can take and make guarded threes. A tough one goes down early for the Illini.
Latrell Wrightsell Jr., great three-point threat. Trying to penetrate. And the dump off Clifford Omori, who played against Illinois twice last season with Rutgers. Nelson for three, and they're locked up early.
So it's all about the paint touches for Alabama. Alabama got to their third paint touch in that possession. They skip it to the far side. Grant Nelson at 6'11". Not a dominant three-point shooter, but good enough you have to honest guard.
This is fourth make of the season from behind the arc. Yakachonis, 10th in the country in assists, picks up another as he dishes it off for the Ivisic dunk.
Yeah, Alabama goes drop coverage on that first middle ball screen. And they don't drop quick enough to get back in front of Tomislav Ivisic.
His twin brother, Big Z, played at Kentucky last year, now with John Calipari at Arkansas. Nelson sizes up another. Splash, he's got 2 threes early. Grant Nelson got stuck at the 5 spot a good chunk of last season. He's much more comfortable on the perimeter.
Well, he may have to get unstuck some this year because offensively Alabama is at their best when Grant Nelson is playing that 5 position.
Finish from Connor Boswell Jr. from Champaign. Played a couple different high school spots. Nelson again. 3 for 3.
He has seen a really big rim in Birmingham early. And all 3 looks for Grant Nelson. Not an orange jersey in the airspace. Too easy.
Nice fake and finish. Yakachonis, the freshman from Vilnius, Lithuania, played for FC Barcelona. Another triple goes.
Alabama came into this ball game only making
threes go down. Yakachonis gets downhill. Loose ball belongs to the Illini and chip to the free throw line coming from Trey White.
50 ball rebound at 22 comes up with a
12.6 board game a guy last year for the Cardinals without getting there. Illinois tied for the 3rd most tournament appearances without a title, 34 times. And Alabama coming up its first ever Final Four. LeBaron Philon with the finish.
He is not afraid. He was an absolute star in the loss at Purdue. Fearless. Attacking the rim is Zero in White, the true freshman.
Yakachonis couldn't thread the needle, turns it over. Aiden Holloway on the floor. Auburn transfer. Here he is for 3. Takes it in!
Yeah, he missed it through the remainder of the season. Both these clubs will be in the NCAA tournament. Illinois steps up in a weight class tonight for the first time after bye games at home. Alabama was stung by Purdue. How will they respond in this building? So far, Grant Nelson says we're going to respond in the right way. What a weapon.
Nelson 4 of 5 from the floor. That includes 3 for 4 from deep. Here's the freshman Riley. He is some kind of talented. And he draws a foul on his way in.
I think Alabama will test this guy, though, on the defensive end of the floor.
Arizona. And he had 31, which is a program record for his freshman. Halfway down, didn't go.
And that was big-time offense, though, by Alabama. 2 paint touches and 2 hard cuts off the ball for a wide-open look.
Yakachonis taking care of it himself. He's got 7 of the Illini's early 13.
Tom, he is really good. Played for the powerhouse FC Barcelona last year on their 2nd team primarily. A ton of international experience.
Whew. Nelson slides right down the lane. You want international?
2-point punk you at the glass guy. Very well done by Nelson in the middle 3rd.
Riley tracks down the long rebound. Another offensive board off a deep shot for Illinois. Harassing defense out front. Nice slip. And the flush from Morez Johnson Jr. Offense. Brad Underwood spent a good chunk of the offseason watching teams like Oklahoma City and Boston and getting a little bit more NBA flavor in their attack. And Reichhouse from right over 60% from the floor. Aiden Sherrill is into the game for the first time for Bama. Here's a corner three again. This one belongs to Aiden Holloway. Sherrill throws up a three. Ripped down by Trey White, junior out of Dallas. White turns the corner and goes right into Sherrill, who gets whistled for his first national tournament. Went 26-6. And Delaware State is in Austin, take on Texas. That's next Friday, Thanksgiving Friday.
Tom Kentucky's ranked, what, 8th or 9th? I think they're one of the top 4 or 5 teams in all of college ball. I mean, their pieces fit. I think that's the most important thing that Mark Pope was able to pull off in that first recruiting class.
Jackson Robinson went for 20-7 in the comfortable win against Lipscomb last night at Rupp. Stevenson inside.
I like that by Stevenson because
White get cut off and his shot's blocked. LeBaron Filon with the left hand. Terrell Wrightsell Jr. And a drive and a finish by the clock for Illinois. Boswell now with 5. Pull up 3. Filon with the rebound. He's off to a great start with Colin Sexton. Those points and assists for a freshman, and give him an assist on the Stevenson run out.
I say yes because, again,
both teams tough schedules in the very near future. Boswell off the mark. And here comes Mark Sears. Sears has been less than aggressive on the offensive side. Filon that shot.
Now he is the real deal. First of all, appreciate the effort to keep the ball.
Second in the league in scoring behind Dalton Knecht last year. What's that guy up to, Knecht? Nelson banks it in.
Dalton Knecht caused a whole.
You've accomplished something. His eyes just lit up when he started talking about Nelson.
He said the guy that we fear the most tomorrow.
Continues. Riley no. Rebounded by Amori. Sears' first shot attempt was off the back of the rim. Came 11 minutes into the half. Amori got.
If you give up offensive rebounds to Alabama, you're in for a long war with every night. At least I would.
It's a highly rated recruit coming out of Roselle Catholic in Jersey. 4-star New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year. Nice little hesitation move by White. Talking with Grant Nelson after practice today, and he said, man, I'm just so happy to be at the 4 spot. And there's a foul. Send Yakachonis to the line for 3. Northwestern, Yakachonis at the free throw line. Assists per game. Any guesses who holds the Big Ten record for assists? Obvious once you hear it. It was set in the 1970s.
The ball on those missed threes by Alabama. You can't stand and watch with the traditional box off. It is a foot race.
Well, those long rebounds, just one of the reasons as Reeve goes to his left for his first bucket. When you see the analytic reports, Internet era, to find out how you will, going back to the headband of Dave Brown in 2002. Sidestep and drilled the 3. Will Riley, 6'8" freshman.
You've got to have that sidestep 3 ball these days if you're going to rise up to the next level. And really well done by Riley to do it.
Byline into the corner. A share and high percentage look.
Again,
that was a heck of a response to the whistle. He thought it should have been an and 1. Instead, it was going the other way. Holloway fouled from behind and backed it in.
Maybe that's who he is. Maybe from straight ahead, he's a banking guy. I don't know because his work.
But to your point, shooting struggles really ramped up in conference play. Only 25% from deep in SEC games. Largest lead of the game so far for Alabama. They're on another run. It's grown to 18.
Now, Brad Underwood knows what he's up against in the SEC. And they had an exhibition game against Ole Miss, and Ole Miss put it on and pretty good, like 91-70. Tater. Alabama's dropping completely off of him right now with Amori.
Brought a lot of attention over to him. And he's able to draw the foul, and Tomislav Ivičić from
to the floor.
So here's Tomislav Ivičić. He got another one in August of 23 at a double-double in that one. He went for 23 and 12. In and out. And the twin brother of Zvonimir, first of Kentucky, now of Arkansas, goes 0 for 2 from the line. Sears had it knocked away, but nearly walked with it, saved it right back to Illinois and Colin Boswell.
Now that's what Boswell's job is. They're an offensive player going nose to nose.
Haven't seen much of number 10 Diabate on the floor for Alabama. Here he is. Nelson from the corner.
That's his spot, is it not? That right corner has been good to Grant Nelson. Man, Alabama, they got the dribble handoff fakes, the zoom action. They wrap those screens hard with speed. What I call NASCAR cuts. When they cut with speed. Talking about Alabama.
Ivičić, little jump hook. He's got 7. You talk about the details being important to Alabama. Talking with this Bama staff about the Purdue game. Those corner threes weren't set up as corner threes. The shooters were 3 feet off the line as Diabate throws one in. Everything's coming up Bama now. It's half 100 in the first half. But that spacing being off by just another stride. One of the reasons Purdue was able to lock down Alabama on Friday night.
You know what else jumped out to me about that Purdue game? Behind Paul Gallen Fieldhouse, Mackey Arena, probably the second most difficult place to play right now in college basketball.
Oh, they were rocking.
Well, their football team stinks, so they had a lot of cheering built up inside of them. Man, Mackey Arena, that's a whole nother level now.
Diabate misses from the corner. And it's good. Ben Hummercast has 5.
A guy that started his first 3 years at NAIA Huntington University, then to Evansville, and now he finds himself on the big stage for Illinois in the Big Ten. A beautiful story from 3 and 0. A big trip for Illinois just to get some momentum, right, to carry into half.
Nakachonis has had a good first half. He's been the only aggressive offensive player. Shot clock at 9. Behind Ivičić. Nakachonis whips it to the tapes. Clock's at 1. And Bama will have 1.4.
Man, the lockdown ability of Alabama on the ball.
7-1 out. 6'9" Johnson in.
Throw it.
Holloway stolen away. Nakachonis. He said Illinois was looking for something positive, looking for some momentum. Nakachonis nearly gave it to him.
I'm not sure.
And Colin Boswell will push for Illinois. Ivičić offers the screen. Boswell high off the glass.
Physical tough.
But he is scoreless so far tonight.
We do know this about Alabama. They will continue to shoot the ball quickly. If they go on a drought, you can work your way back into the game.
Pocket pick. Philon with the push.
Such a competitive kid. He takes coaching. I mean, Nate Oates was right in his grill today, and he looked him eye to eye and said, yes, sir, and went right back to work.
Nakachonis kicks it out.
That was sweet. Yeah, that was sweet, wasn't it? The stop, the pivot, the halfway behind the back pass, right on target.
Ivičić has knocked down a couple of threes this evening. Philon, the chicken wing, gets his face, corner 3, and goes home for Reitzel.
Now that sounds good. Chicken wing, it looks good by Reitzel to win that sprint to the corner and get his feet set before the ball got to him.
Boswell out to Ivičić. Contested 3. And the 7-foot center kicks it back out after the make. Boswell jump stop with the left, and he spins it home.
And again, just a drop.
And we'll see what Alabama does at the 5 spot as Boswell cashes in on the 3-point play. It's an 11-point Bama lead. Philon. Wow, Nelson who finishes it up.
How about the patience of Philon to wait for Grant Nelson to get in that short roll right in front of the rim position. And does he understand his pace for a freshman guard off the rim?
Challenges Boswell and comes up with the dunk. Numbers for the Tide. Philon steps around and draws a foul on Yakuchonis.
But from the three-point line and down, he might be as good as we have in this year's front.
You mentioned the Auburn commitment, Kansas flirtation. He grew up a Bama fan. It just took him a while to come full circle.
He told me he woke up one morning, his gut told him Alabama's going to be the best place for you. Pretty good fit so far.
Nelson commits the foul. Rez Johnson Jr. played at Thornton Township. Riley's push shot doesn't go. Tomislav got cleared in late October. Remember, Zvonimir last year in Kentucky didn't get cleared until really late the season.
Mark Sears, he wraps the screen as well as any guard in college basketball, with and without the ball.
So Sherrell's got 4 points here. Here's Yakuchonis. Great vision for this point guard, and he throws in the jump shot. 15. Cast from the bench for the Crimson Tide. Shovel pass gets away from Illinois. Loose ball collected. It ends up in a wide open three, and that's good for Aden Holloway, who's got 15. 16-point advantage for the Crimson Tide. Boswell with the kick. He slides his way in, and Will Riley's got his first bucket. Riley's 6'8", 195. He's working hard to try and put on some more weight. But that is some length at the point guard position, if that's where he sticks.
How about the feel? That time by Avicic to know the double team was going to come. He knew before he caught the ball where he was going at it to that opposite cutter.
The Philon was stuck. He got unstuck. He's got a dozen now.
He is so confident and courageous around the rim in traffic for a young kid.
Back rim for White. Here's Sears. Last time Mark Sears was scoreless, he was playing for the Ohio Bobcats. In fact, it's the only other career game he was scoreless. And as Sherrell throws in his first three, November of 2020, Mark Sears was held scoreless in a game against Illinois. And so while everything else has been working for Bama, Sears' scoring has not been one of them. Boswell draws the foul. Lived in Urbana-Champaign through 8th grade and bounced around a couple. Just 67% from the free throw line. And it's off the mark, and it's rebounded by Will Riley. Illinois down 16. A 13-0 Alabama run in the first half helped the Tide pull away.
Brad Underwood talked to us last night, so that probably should have developed things quicker. Last year's
Montverde Academy, we played alongside Sky Clark, who was at because of the dance, right?
Yeah.
Sears coughs it up. Lawman has it stripped, but recovers for three from the bench. Another rebound by the freshman Will Riley. Talking with Brad Underwood about Riley, he said this guy is married to the game. He lives in the gym, and you can see it pay off here in the second half. Illinois scratching and clawing to get back in this thing. Philon rejected at the rim. Here's Riley. Open three, Boswell. We got a ball game. It is a 9-point deficit. Riley turnaround. Darian Reed the rebound. 4 on 3. Baseline floater good. Latrell Wrightsell Jr.
Good job by Wrightsell Jr. to make a play out of the corner as opposed to settling for a guarded three in the corner.
Wide open. Good rotation.
I don't know, Alabama just got
8-point Bama lead.
Did Marquette play hard? Stevie Mitchell was just a one-man press at all times. Defensive, what pass? Yes, sir. What a look by Grant Nelson out of that corner. plays off the defense when they're scrambled.
Darian Reed, freshman from Grovetown, Georgia, by way of prolific prep. 3-point play for him. By the way, should mention before we went to the previous break, Perez Johnson went to the bench after committing his 4th personal foul. Lead back to double digits. Yakachonis, no. Reed with the rebound. They feel like they can unlock Darian Reed. They'll have quite a score on their hands. Nice floater for Holloway.
How fast Alabama plays, and only 5 turnovers so far in this game. That is exceptional.
Whoa, whoa. Put him on spin cycle. Darian Reed gets 7.
That is a true freshman, folks. McDonald's All-American, a lot of experience with that USA under-18 team. Knows how to score. Right at 7.5 to go, but Illinois got to be hyper aggressive now, Tom. They've got to get to the free throw line some this last 7 minutes. Score that clock stop. Watch out.
Nelson had one blocked by Ivisic a moment ago. Gives it up. And beautiful reverse by Reitzel.
They are so fast.
Sharing it with Yakachonis. Ivisic has a mismatch. Gave it up. Boswell drew the foul. Number 3 on Grant Nelson. And Connor Boswell going back to the free throw.
To go in this game.
Another missed free throw for Boswell. He's missed 2 in the last half minute. Two-man game. Nelson was cut off. Finally.
Again, that cut, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a purposeful scoring, violent cut by LeBaron Philon.
There's Riley for 3. Double figures for Will Riley. Yakachonis and Ivisic working. Whoa. Physical, quick move by Ivisic, and it's a baby hook home.
That's big time by Ivisic. And he spun one way and came back the other with quickness.
This Eastern Illinois had 14 and 14, first double-double in a debut since Dane Danger in 22. Nelson right back out.
That's it. He's made.
Here's Ivisic now. Over with Riley. Interesting hearing Brad Underwood talk about the development of their offense. Basically, not at all a ball screen team last year. Corner, Riley, got another, and the freshman's heating up.
Yeah, freshman.
I was looking for a touch in the corner. Here it is. Back out to Riley, drew the whistle, and he'll go to the line for 3.
Yeah, that's the right call. I mean, Reed just flies at the ball. And Will Riley's too good of a shooter to miss the rim by 2.
First couple of games went for 23 and 7 and 8 of 11. What name did he bring up from his Kansas State pass? He said he reminds me of Mike Beasley. Michael Beasley was an absolute monster playing. First recruited by Bob Huggins and then Frank Martin.
And love the game. Like love the hard part, the work involved with the game like this kid does.
Well, a rejection by Johnson playing with 4 fouls. Illini the other way. A touch on the rim. Perez Johnson says I never touched it. Pay off with Alabama making it to the Final Four last year in Phoenix. Here's Riley baseline. And Latrell Reitzel charged with his 4th.
Tom, that type of schedule, it can set you up to be a #1 seed in March to the Final Four this year. They've got the pieces to do it.
They're just 12 of 23 from the line on the night. And the freshman next down is Alabama team that won 25 games last year. They had lost 4 of 6 going into the NCAA tournament, and they rolled all the way to the Final Four. Here's Latrell Reitzel. Block, and they get Riley for the foul. Reitzel's dad in a couple of weeks. One more coming.
You foul a 3-point shooter if you're a coach. Like that's probably the only time in life I think it might be forgiven.
Yeah. I agree, and I'm a fan of cursing. Stolen away. Phylon, step through. I'm a fan of him. 16 for the freshman. Comes back to a dozen.
How good is he?
He's the real deal.
Yes.
Ivica off the mark. Nelson got bumped. Here comes Bama.
Got two guards on the floor for Alabama right now. They could very well be playing for Auburn. Holloway right there played for him last year. But you also like the fact that if he hits droughts, there's other dudes.
Yakachonis with the kick. And Hammerkaus throws in his second three. 90 seconds. Yakachonis. Nope. Into Phylon's hands. No look. Memorial Mize going to the line for a three-point shot. Making his 105th collegiate start tonight. And bothered by foul trouble. But a big bucket late. Hammerkaus lets it fly. Off the mark again. Boswell cleans it up. He's got 17 to pace Illinois. 11-point deficit. A reach in and no whistle.
And the confidence that Holloway and Phylon have played with in the second half. It has increased every 4-minute segment, it feels like to me.
Holloway 18 points on 7 of 10 shooting, including 3 of 4 from 3. Another flush. Couple of highlight reel jams for Clifford Amore, the transfer from Rutgers. Nice jump off for Ivica. 34 seconds left, and Alabama going to the free throw line.
Harassment. And this Alabama team and they speed you up. They play to their pace as well as anyone we have in the college game on both ends.
Thought you were going to say nagging defense. I love my mother-in-law very much too. Riley off balance, throws it in off the window.
Now, Illinois got knocked around in this game, but they're a legitimate top 25 team, and all they're going to do is grow from this. It was a step up in weight class for them tonight after 3 bye games to come down here and take on Alabama this year to fit his personnel. And they will be a tough out all year long in that Big Ten.
.23 seconds left. Bama point away, or pardon me, at the century mark. Here's Boswell. It's a Bama team that lived in triple digits last year. School record 9 100-point games last season on their way to the Final Four. And an early push gave Alabama the advantage when they went on a 13-0 run midway through the first half. Mark Sears held scoreless for just the second time in his career. Both have been by Illinois, but his team comes away with the victory. Final score, Bama 100, Illinois 87.